Howdy. That's a good opening song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Watchtower. Catch us if you can. You know, here's the thing. We have another reason to proclaim that time has become your enemy.
Yep. That's a good one, you know.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have a letter here, and it's dated February 17th, so this is a real recent one.
Now, this is not a letter to all congregations.
No.
Or, well, I guess it would be specifically for bodies of elders, but it's not addressed to the body of elders.
It's not a regular elder's letter, yeah.
From what I understand, this was sent specifically to the inbox of the elders who, like, you know, are on jw.org and that whole secret, you know, society of, you know, elite brothers.
Yeah.
You know, the privileged ones.
Yeah. So I'm just going to read this. Dear brothers, please find attached S77 forms that replace the corresponding S77 forms you have in your congregation file, which are now obsolete. The previous S77 forms should now be destroyed. As a reminder, judicial matters should be filed according to the instructions outlined in the letter to all bodies of elders dated September 7th, 2011, page 3 in the section Judicial Files. And we'll go through that in just a minute. Thank you for your kind assistance in caring for this important matter. Now, when we first got this, Mike and I really didn't understand.
What is this all about?
We thought maybe just the regular forms that they get was just being replaced by new updated ones. And thanks to our dear friend.
Yeah, and this is why we didn't do this video earlier in the week, because we just didn't comprehend what was taking place until Kim queried our source, and the source came back and said, or, you know, instructed us or told us what was going on with these.
Yeah. He says, just to clear up what is happening here, the forms are the completed forms for ones who have been disfellowshipped in the past. So these are ones that have already been filled out after judicial hearing. These are not the blank forms that you just would get, you know, in the congregation. Okay, the forms are the completed forms for ones who have been disfellowshipped in the past, which the secretary keeps. They are being replaced by electronic versions. The attached forms referred to in the letter would be about individuals, so don't expect them to be posted on a public forum. The problem is that in destroying previous versions, some information might be changed. There's no way of checking. All of this at a time when the UK Watchtower Bible Tract Society has been instructed to not destroy evidence.
Yes.
So,
you know, just before you go on to reading that, I have a question. I mean, here you go. The forms are the completed forms for ones who have been disfellowshipped in the past. So if they're going to maybe change these forms, do you think maybe when they electronically upload yours or mine, they'll take away the word apostasy and say something like, you know, they were disfellowshipped for, I don't know, immorality, smoking, or...
No.
No such... You mean, you just took away my hope. Wow.
Okay, so...
Yeah. On a serious note now, right?
Yeah. You know, because this is a serious matter, you know. And we've got the elder's letter here from September 7th, 2011 that they mentioned in this letter, page 3 under Judicial Files. After a duly appointed judicial committee has met with an individual and decided to disfellowship him, to reprove him, or to dismiss the case because of a lack of evidence, a report on the proceedings is signed by the judicial committee. The same is true of a committee handling a request for disassociation or two brothers handling wrongdoing involving an unbaptized publisher. Such reports, including notification of disfellowshipping or disassociation, the S77 forms, should be placed in a sealed envelope. On the front of the envelope should be listed the name of the individual, the action taken by the congregation, if any, the date of the action, and the names of the elders who handled the matter. The sealed envelope should be placed in the congregation file by the secretary. If there is a need to open these files in the future, such as in connection with a plea for reinstatement, This should be done only by the elders who are assigned by the body to handle the matter. In cases of reinstatement, the reinstatement date should appear on the outside of the sealed envelope along with the names of those serving on the reinstatement committee. The date all restrictions are removed after reinstatement or reproof should also be noted on the outside of the sealed envelope. No judicial information should be written on congregation's publisher card.
I'm sorry, I just had to chuckle when you started reading the beginning of this because it reminded me of something. After a duly appointed judicial committee has met with an individual and decided to disfellowship them, I found it funny that, there was a duly appointed judicial committee assigned to meet with us, but we get disfellowshipped anyways because we didn't show up because I was out of town.
Yeah, I know it. Now this is interesting, which is the next paragraph. Judicial files involving child abuse should be marked "Do Not Destroy"
Yep.
and should be kept indefinitely. Notification of disfellowshipping or disassociation forms on individuals who have not been reinstated should also be kept indefinitely. And that's what is so disturbing about this here, because if they're going to be moving all of these hard copy S77s onto an electronic one, Watchtower is going to have that database, and then they have to destroy these hard copies.
But at the same time, if the elders remove some pertinent information, that information's lost, and now all that information remains on Watchtower's hard drive, not in the individual congregations, but solely. So Watchtower, why are you separating yourselves from the congregations now?
Yeah, and it's just like the whole money accounting thing. When you're in the local congregation and circuit level, they have report accounts, like the one video we were watching.
XJW Critical Thinking.
Critical Thinking, excellent video about, why is there always a deficit, there we go, for circuit assemblies, before it even starts. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, it's really good.
Yeah, the brother that does the video actually explains the entire process.
Yeah, so why is it when you get up to the regional convention and higher, clear up to Watchtower counties, quiet. There is no accounting, there is nothing.
No more disclosure, is there?
Yeah, but I want to mention in this letter, again, I want to reread this. The previous S77 form should now be destroyed. And we just want to, make sure that everybody understands that this is ones that have been filled out by judicial hearings and signed and sealed in the congregation files.
Yeah, so basically the envelopes have to be reopened. All that information has to be transferred to the
new electronic
form, and then the hard copy is going to go away. So any evidence of child abuse, anything like that, pedophilia, even a brother raping a sister, anything like that, any criminal activity that warranted a judicial hearing is going to be destroyed, and it's all going to be uploaded to Watchtower database to where they have absolute control, and where they can change things also. So Watchtower, don't worry about time, because your time has already run out. You just don't recognize it yet, because with the Australian Royal Commission, those hearings, you had an elder swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I'm not talking about Mr. Potato Head Jeffrey Jackson either. I'm not talking about that idiot elder. I'm talking about the other elder that while he was on the stand admitted to that open court that you people destroy evidence. And he admitted that it comes from Watchtower.
Yeah.
You guys are already done.
Yeah. So, we hope those who are going to be following this closely and taking care of this in the UK, that I'm sure they will be updating everybody. And hopefully between all of us, we can keep everybody updated of what's going on with this.
Yep.
Because this is disturbing.
Well, you know, it's now that you mentioned, I just remembered you uploaded that short video
The BBC
from the BBC
yeah.
Interview of an ex-elder, and I don't know if everybody caught it. I know I certainly did, and it made me start to think back a little bit. But I heard this ex-elder say that in the Watchtower Bible Tract Society, Jehovah's Witnesses, the child abuse has reached epidemic proportions. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a little while and I've slept once or twice since then. But when the Catholic Church was going through all of their mess with the child abuse and priests and things like that, I don't ever recall anybody equating that problem with epidemic proportions.
Yeah.
And I found that quite disturbing to hear that coming from an ex-elder to use that word epidemic, because it shows you how bad and prolific this problem is among Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, and you know, they may have said it in newscasts and stuff that you just didn't hear.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying if you've heard it, please point me in that direction.
And also, there's a new YouTuber, Patrick Owens, I believe, and he done his first video, and you know, that was very difficult watching that, because he discovered there was 2 registered sex offenders in his congregation. And he posted these public, you know, information, these public documents, this public website, whatever it was, on his Facebook. And now all his family is shunning him. But yet, the pedophiles, you know, these registered sex offenders still have good standing in the congregation and are welcome to congregation picnics where children are. You know, and everybody's hugging these brothers and stuff.
Well, but that's the thing about Jehovah's Witnesses. The thing they fear the most is information.
Yeah.
That's what they fear. They fear information.
Yeah, they'd rather kill the messenger.
Yeah, I remember in times past my own mother saying, if I don't see it in a Watchtower, I don't believe it. That's how controlling Watchtower keeps these people. That if it's not in a Watchtower, they don't believe it.
Don't you wish we could get in a time machine and go back to that moment and say, okay, Joanne, what about this in the 68 Awake? Or what about this in the 66 Awake, you know, or the 68 KM about 1975 being the end? That was in the Watchtower.
That was in a Watchtower.
People believed it back then.
Yep.
So how reliable is your information even in the Watchtower?
Exactly.
Just saying, you know.
Yeah. So anyhow, thanks for watching. We're going to try to keep everybody, you know, abreast of what's going on as we get the information, and I'm sure that Mark and Cora and Louise Good probably have their ear a whole lot closer to the ground than these 2 knuckleheads do, because they're basically in the thick of things over there in the
They're
UK.
in the battle. We're just the commentaries on the sideline.
Yeah, we're just the message carrier.
Yeah, we're just sitting on the sidelines, you know, of this battle in the UK.
Yeah.
So.
And we hope that one day, Watchtower, we truly hope that one day the battle will be fought right here in the good old US of A. God bless America.
Yeah. You all have a great weekend.
Bye.
We want our wives knowing what our stuff, what sort of things we're dealing with. We don't want other people in the congregation coming across that information.
And would you do the same thing today if someone came and reported to you a serious allegation of sexual assault? Would you destroy any notes?
Yes, that's our practice.
Here they come again, catch us if you can, time to get a move on, we will yell with all of our might, catch us if you can, catch us if you can, catch us if you can, catch us if you can. Now we gotta run, no more time for fun. When we're getting angry, we will yell with all of our might. Catch us if you can. Catch us if you can. Catch us if you can.